Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags.
They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Now Lawrence.
This one complete to Christian Kirk. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain.
Now hang on. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches.
They'll run with Etienne.
Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
3rd and short, so didn't need much, but got a little extra on the backside. Nice run.
Chewed up the yardage, didn't he? To me, that was offensive line with leverage, good blocking angles, taking on a stacked defensive front. And once they chopped that little hole in the beginning, he took it and rambled.
And just the 3rd play from scrimmage, wanted to avoid the 3 and out and did just that. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as... and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne.
And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Here's Lawrence.
And that will be incomplete.
That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
A first carry for Rachaad White.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. That's good for a Buccaneer first to pick up of 12 yards. On play action, they'll throw. He'll buy some time right.
And this one caught downfield by Evans.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And some space to move right away as he's all the way up to the 30. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll set up to throw.
Quick slant to Otten.
And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
That's Foley Fatukasi who got in there and finished off the play.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Back to throw here. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown.
Cade Otten.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Bucs go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
Phillips now from the end zone.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
He'll air this one out for Kirk. And got his man complete. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 45 yards.
And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And look, you're down 7-0 in the first quarter. You know it's not a time to panic or feel like you got to get those points back right away. But how about their conviction and taking that chance to throw the ball deep right there, knowing they can hit on plays like this? I'll bet that won't be the last time we see them take a deep shot in this game.
Next-gen stats showing that at an even 57 yards through the air.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Running out of the gun with ETN.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Holding offense.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. He'll drop that underneath to ETN. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
Again, it's Lawrence.
That's going to be caught by Kirk.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
I don't care times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
And they'll go again with ETN.
Great move, but still wrangled before reaching the 20.
Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Now Lawrence. They'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15.
Going for it. Here's ETN.
And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They go play action here on 1st down. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's caught inside the 35. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. 2nd quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Running out of the gun with White.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
On 3rd down, a run from White. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
41 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. Fournette is into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25.
And now out come the Jags. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time...
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Carlton Davis picks it.
And the Bucs are going to take over here up near the 40.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
Here's White. They set up the screen.
And some room to work. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. He's going to try and take off with it.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
2nd and 13. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. Patterson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Jacksonville set to go again offensively. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hand.
Run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Lawrence. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Devin White defeating the offensive line and getting to the quarterback. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. This is taken at the 18. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it? Touchdowns.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And it's fielded at the 34. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but hold on a minute.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. Like you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. And this is caught. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. And that one results in 35 yards. Lawrence going to throw again. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Jaguars are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Myers connects on the PAT, and they'll cut the lead to 17-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Well, Rashad White and the rest of this Tampa Bay offense going back to work now. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call. But they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
He's got Otten on the out route. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll look to throw now on first down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Well, I know we hold off on the halftime update after all. Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Taken in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter.
And they got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Oh, look at this play call. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 65 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
White will score. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Lawrence tried for Kirk, and he's got him on the crossing route.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest. And a first down. Here's Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defense...
Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers will take over here just shy of the 30. They're still down quite a bit here, several scores. But yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with White. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Opting to run again here with White. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
66 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This is caught by Evans. Touchdown! Mike Evans, 43 yards, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead is now 24. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it's Mike Evans who caps it with a touchdown reception. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25.
Christian Kirk and company heading back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Opposite. Block it.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Lawrence.
And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. It got his man complete.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action from Jacksonville. And to throw again is Lawrence.
And he'll just get rid of it.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
On 3rd down, Lawrence.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the Jaguars. Jason Myers now for the field goal try. Myers' kick is good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Fielded just outside the goal line. Mike Evans in the Tampa offense about to set up shop.
A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers,
Absolutely.
though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. They keep it on the ground. White again. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The offense on third down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and they will take over 1st and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked up by Bryce Hall. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Phillips now from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football.
Let's go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Being chased out left. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. A shotgun give to Fournette. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And he's he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. And thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal.
He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Lawrence will throw. And it's caught. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is down to 24. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
94 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And this one's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jags are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
He's been having a good day so far, but I think he got a little overzealous on that one. Still young in this league. Has to learn to try not to do too much on an individual play because, as we all know, sometimes less is more. And throwing away is preferable to making the big mistake.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence. He's got a man, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
Holding offense.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Now Lawrence.
He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
On first down, Lawrence.
Trying to lay one up deep.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Lawrence.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Again, it's Lawrence.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
That's complete right around the 8.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their head.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect mines from